Video Fun Day! Okay. Hey guys, it's Kerry Lee Smith. Today you're going to learn how to minimize disappointment in your life. Disappointment lies in so many areas and opportunities of our life. What do I mean by that? Well, you wake up in the morning and it's a Saturday and you're really excited to go to the beach with your kids, and you open the curtains and it's raining outside. You go get in the car and you take your kids to school, and the school calls you and you drop them off, and the school calls you later and says, Mrs. Smith, your kids forgot their lunch. Can you please come and bring them food? You write a report for your boss and you go turn it in, and the boss looks at it and throws it back at you and says, can you redo it? It's not to my standards. You go home and you're really excited for date night, and you get a call later or a text that says, honey, you know what? I'm going to have to reschedule. I'm caught up at work. Disappointment lies in so many areas of our lives. It's how do you handle the disappointment that separates the great life, the okay life, and, kind of the down and out life. So how do you live a life to love and that's thriving over the long term? It's how do you manage your disappointment? And what disappointment is, it's an unfulfilled need fueled by a fear or an insecurity or something that you're protecting. What do I mean by that? Okay, so check this out. There's a lot of needs, right? You go through life and, you need to eat lunch. Well, do you have an emotional reaction because you didn't eat lunch? Probably not. You're probably okay with it and you go on with your day. I'm sure you could imagine there's stuff all over your life. Do you need to brush your hair in the morning? Well, if you don't brush your hair, are you going to have an emotional reaction? Probably not. Let me give you an example of what happened to me. I used to have a need that's not a bad need, but to get my kids to school on time. Now, that's not a bad thing, right? But what was not so helpful for me and what dictated my day was I turned into crazy psycho dictator mom, right? 6 o'clock, get up. I was like, hurry up, get dressed. And I was not nice. I would say really unkind things, and I was driving them to get in the car so we could leave to school on time. Every morning was hell for not just me, but for my kids, for my husband. It was not okay. So then what I realized was, what was behind the need? Because the need's okay. I was afraid to look like an irresponsible mom. Now, when I realized that, that's not true. And so just the realization ceased that negative reaction to go away. The great Swami Sri Yukteswar says, look fear in the face and it'll cease to trouble you. And in my particular case, it was as simple as that. When I realized that that was not true, my mornings now are peaceful, and actually I've gained time because I'm not emotionally crazy. So here's how I want you to think about disappointment. It's your opportunity of growth. It's your opportunity to live a life that's thriving and you're creating what you want. And I'm so excited for you to find disappointment in your life and embrace it rather than run from it, because it's where your growth lies. So my challenge for you this week is to find an area in your life where you have a repetitive negative behavior. The key is a repetitive one, right? Because this is where you're tripped. So find that negative, repetitive behavior and see what the need is. Probably the need is somewhat okay, but what lies behind it? What is the fear? What are you protecting, or what are you insecure about? And that is where your personal growth lies. And that's where you're going to be able to go out there and live a life to love. So when you realize what that is, I'd like for you to come back and report under here and share with us your big aha. Because you shine bright, share your brilliance, and beam your beauty. Thank you.